thank you so much for making me a part of this event. I hope you learned a lot. In this presentation, I will cover what options you have as 3D artist. I will help you a little bit with deciding which option is the best for you. Then we go through getting a dream job. And finally, I will tell you a little bit about how you can level up your career. So let's begin. Every success in life starts with setting clear vision, having a clear goal of what we are aiming for. You need to know exactly what do you want from life. Otherwise, everything becomes wishy-washy and you lose your focus. So you need to answer these questions. Who do you want to be? And as a result, what do you want to do? And it will be easier, like if you are here with us, I think I can assume that you consider or maybe already decided to become a CGI artist. And I will focus on this today. So answering these questions will be way easier if you know what options you have. So let me help you a little bit with that. So you can work full-time in the company. You can work in the office. You can work remotely. Some companies also offer hybrid working, which is a couple of days in the office and a couple of days from home. It became extremely popular during COVID and after COVID, so plenty of options. Second one is starting own RV studio. And finally, starting freelancing. So you are still on your own, you are an independent contractor, but you don't really hire people, you work alone. And here you have two options. You can look for your own clients or you can work for other companies. So you are a subcontractor. By the way, you can be also a subcontractor when having your own RV studio. So as you know the options, now it's time to decide what options to choose. And you may think that it's hard and you have no idea what is the best. The quick answer is that there is no better or worse choice. It all depends on what works better for you. Everything has pros and cons, but at the end of the day, you will be one who will be doing that. So it will be way easier if you answer this question. What do you prefer, freedom or safety? What is more important for you? What do you value the most, freedom or safety? Think about it. If your choice is freedom, so you want to have the possibility to decide, being a decision-making person, then working on your own, either having your own company or freelancing, will be the best option for you. But you need to remember that everything comes with consequences, and business is business, and it can be unpredictable. You will have great times, but the bad one can come as well. And you need to be aware of that, and you need to be prepared. So to sum up, it doesn't give you the guarantee of safety. And if safety is the most valuable for you, so you want to have stability, you want to have month-to-month salary, then choosing full-time job will be probably better for you. And again, you need to remember that you have no control. You give this control to somebody else, and there are limits of this option. And you might think that there is a third option, some sort of balance between freedom and safety. So for example, choosing full-time during working hours and taking some extra freelancing jobs after hours. And for sure, you will get stability from the full-time position, and you can earn even more by taking some freelancing jobs. So you maybe feel even more safety. But do you really have freedom? Not really, because you have not too much free time and you are still chained to a specific place. So you need to answer this question to find the main direction, to filter the options. But if you want to know exact answer, you need to ask yourself more specific questions. For example, do I want to travel a lot? Or maybe I want to be in one place. Do I want to take responsibility only for myself? Or am I willing to take responsibility for others as well? So this main question about freedom and safety give you the main path, but you need to ask more specific questions if you want to choose the exact answer. I think that most of you will choose safety rather than freedom, so I will focus on this today. So you want to be a full-time employee, and I will tell you how you can get a dream job and how you can level up your career. I will start with getting a dream job. Good news, it's not as hard. Basically, in our case, what you need is a great portfolio. This is your biggest asset. And how to get this? It's quite simple. You need to learn new skills, you need to work hard. I'm a true believer that with hard working, we can do everything we want in life, we can reach any goal. And on top of that, you need to practice, because learning is not enough. You need to implement the skills if you want to get the results. And on top of that, you need to work on your recognition in the field. So, for example, you can post your works on social media, or maybe be active in some industry forums, or post on some platforms where other people from the industry are. So there are plenty of options. And this actually is an easy part. The more difficult question is how to level up your career, and not just once, but how to constantly level up your career. And it comes with a couple of values I will tell you a little bit about. So first one is attitude, your attitude to work. So you need to remember that people always remember extremes, for example, positive and negative. And you want to be remembered as a person with a positive attitude. Even neutral is not enough, because if nobody notices you, it doesn't really matter. You are invisible. And you for sure don't want to be perceived as a person with negative attitude to work. So this, meaning your attitude, may be more crucial than your actual skills. You may be the best artist in the world, but if your attitude to work is negative, nobody will want to work with you. And you can always learn new things, but changing your attitude involves way more work, and people intuitively know it. And this is why they don't want to work with people with negative attitude. The second thing is effort. If people around you see that you do everything you can to finish before deadline, to be really part of the company, to give some great ideas, to represent the company in the best possible way, it won't be unnoticeable. The thing is that most people want to put in minimum effort and get everything. For example, working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., just do their job and leave, nothing extra. The thing is that most people are not hardworking. And is it bad? It doesn't really matter. What matters is that this is opportunity for you to shine. Because if you put extra effort, for example, maybe stay a few times a little bit longer to be sure that you finish before deadline, or maybe offer some help in crisis situation in the office, or learn new skills to make sure your workflow is faster, or you do better images. I'm sure you will get recognition. Sooner or later, you will get there. And if you want to get noticed, you need to work harder than everybody else. It's as simple as that. And finally, improvement. If people around you see that you have an ambition for constant growth, it won't be unnoticeable. So sort of the willingness to constantly improve, to getting better, to make a progress. So answering the questions, how to make yourself better, what to do to improve the company, how to solve problems, how to work faster, how to do better images. So constant thinking about growth, about making progress, about improvement with combination of the other two values will give you the guarantee that you can level up your career, not just once, but constantly level up your career. And important thing, perhaps the most important from the whole presentation, if you're an employee, You need to look from your boss's perspective, not from your perspective, but from your boss's perspective. And it comes with that you need to have an idea what the business is about. So if you want to get recognition, if you want to be noticed, you need to change your point of view. Let me quickly explain this. Business is not the hobby. It's awesome. It's a perfect scenario if people do what they love. This is a really great thing. But business is simple. You need to earn more than you spend. And as a result of that, you as an employee are a valuable asset for your boss only if he can earn money from your work. So you don't need to only do great images. It's really important when you want to be hired. Your great portfolio is the biggest asset, as I mentioned previously. But if you are already hired, you need to, on top of that, you need to make it fast enough. You need to know how to make clients happy. So your boss will earn commission from your work. And you might think that it's not fair. Maybe that it shouldn't be like that. But this is life, and I really want to give you some honest advice. So I would take this one really seriously. And by the way, this is why so many artistic businesses collapses, because they start their own businesses and look at this from their perspective, from the perspective of the artist, instead of taking into consideration the business aspects of the field. If you want to be successful in business, you need to understand the rules that are played there and play according to the rules, not making up some additional rules that nobody else is playing. And final tip for people who want to start working on their own. Trying working in companies first to get experience is an excellent idea. So you can learn, for example, how to manage a team, how to manage clients, how to manage projects, how to talk with clients, maybe how to negotiate with clients, and a lot of things you can get from experience of other people. So, and even the more companies, the better, because you have comparison. You can take some things from one company, which works great, and you can take some pieces from another one, and you know what you should avoid. You have comparison, so it's way easier for you to start if you have this knowledge. So if you want to work on your own, you can just know how to make images. And if you have your own business, you don't really need to know how to make images, but you have to understand the business. So to sum up, no matter what you want to do and where you want to get, setting your goal will be the most important step. And after that, you only need to follow your dream, work really hard until you reach this. Thank you so much for your time. If you want to stay in touch, learn about visualizations or animations, maybe find out more about business aspects of the art piece, I'd like to invite you to my YouTube channel, ArtWizArtist, and visit my website, artwizartist.com. Thank you so much. I hope you'll find some of these tips useful.